When it comes to making a woman completely into you, most men get it all wrong. They think it's about looks, money, or constantly chasing her with attention. But in reality, women don't become deeply invested in men who worship them. They become drawn to the ones who understand how their minds work. And that's exactly what this video is about. Welcome to Man of Substance, where men learn the truth about attraction, relationships, and power dynamics. Today, we're diving into female psychology and how to use it to make a woman think about you nonstop. This isn't about manipulation. It's about playing the game the right way, the way that naturally makes her crave your attention, instead of you begging for hers. The problem is, most men try too hard. They smother her with compliments, respond instantly, and make themselves too predictable. And what does she do? She loses interest. Because women don't become obsessed with what's easy, they crave what feels just out of reach. When you understand this, you'll never chase a woman again, because she'll be the one chasing you. This is important, because in today's world, women have unlimited options. Social media, dating apps, constant validation, it's everywhere. If you don't stand out, you're just another guy in her inbox. But when you learn how to trigger deep emotional responses, you'll have an effect on her that no other man can. In this video, I'll break down the 7 psychological triggers that make a woman completely into you. Get ready, because once you understand these, you'll never look at attraction the same way again. Before we start the video, I want to remind you that my exclusive online course on mastering the dating game is available now. If you've been learning from my YouTube videos, you're only scratching the surface. This course goes deeper, teaching you everything you need to know about the dating game, from approaching a woman to building real attraction. We just completed section 4 in the course, and these insights aren't shared anywhere else. It's easy to access with multiple secure payment options. There are only 5 discounted slots remaining using the promo code. Visit stoicapproachtolifebotpodia.com or check the link in the description to enroll now before the offer is gone. 1. Be the one she can't fully have. You ever notice how the men who do the most for women rarely get the same energy back? They text first, plan everything, and make sure she knows how much they like her. Yet somehow, she's still more interested in the guy who barely tries. It's frustrating, but there's a reason for it. Women don't become completely into men they feel they already have. They crave the man who keeps them wondering, the one who feels just a little out of reach. This isn't about playing games or being emotionally unavailable. It's about understanding that attraction isn't built on constant reassurance. It's built on tension. When a woman feels like she has to work for your attention, she values it more. But the moment she feels like she's in full control, the spark fades. That's why being too easy to have is one of the fastest ways to kill her interest. Think about it. What do people get more excited about? Something they worked hard to earn, or something that was just handed to them? It's human nature to appreciate what requires effort. The same applies to relationships. If she feels like she hasn't completely won you yet, she'll think about you constantly. She'll replay your conversations, wonder where she stands, and crave your validation. That's when you become the man she can't stop chasing. A lot of guys make the mistake of trying too hard to prove themselves. They're always available, always texting first, always trying to win her over. But the men who hold back just enough create a completely different dynamic. She starts putting in effort. She starts reaching out first, trying to get your attention, and wanting to know more about you. Instead of you chasing her, she's now chasing you. Picture this. A guy meets a woman he really likes, but instead of overwhelming her with attention, he lets things flow naturally. He enjoys their time together, but never over-explains himself or reveals everything at once. He's focused on his own life, his goals, and his purpose. And because of that, she starts to wonder, does he like me as much as I like him? That little bit of uncertainty keeps her hooked. This is how you make a woman completely into you. Not by playing hard to get, but by never making yourself too easy to have. Keep a part of yourself just out of reach, and she'll never stop chasing. 2. Create emotional highs and lows. If a woman always knows what to expect from you, she will never feel the deep emotional pull that keeps her coming back. Women don't become completely into men who make them feel one emotion all the time. They crave contrast. Excitement and uncertainty make emotions stronger, and if you can control that, you can make her feelings for you more intense. Most men get it wrong by being too predictable. They think being nice, constantly available, and always agreeable will make a woman like them more. But if she always knows you'll be there, there's no thrill. There's no emotional shift to make her feel something powerful. Attraction isn't built on consistency alone. If she never experiences tension, she will never feel the highs that make her crave your attention. This doesn't mean you should play games or create unnecessary drama. It means knowing how to create emotional contrast, giving her moments of closeness, then moments of space, teasing her, challenging her, and keeping her engaged in the experience. Look at the relationships women obsess over. They all have one thing in common: emotional highs and lows. The thrill of wondering what's next, the uncertainty of how things will unfold, and the deep emotional connection that follows. A woman needs to experience a range of emotions to form a strong attachment. Now, imagine a man takes a woman on an incredible date. They laugh, flirt, and build strong chemistry. Most guys would text her immediately after, keeping the conversation going, trying to hold on to the moment. But a man who understands emotional contrast, he doesn't chase. He lets the moment settle. Maybe he teases her before they part ways, playfully frustrating her. The next morning, he doesn't text her right away. At first, she assumes he'll message soon. As hours pass, she starts thinking about him more. Did he feel the same connection? Why hasn't he reached out yet? That small emotional dip creates anticipation. By the time they speak again, she's more excited, more engaged, and more eager for his attention. This is how emotional highs and lows work. Give her the full experience, not just comfort and predictability. When she never fully settles, she stays emotionally invested, and her feelings for you grow stronger over time. The men who understand this become unforgettable, while the ones who are too predictable get left behind. 3. Master the power of absence. Men who are always available lose value in a woman's mind. The more present you are, the more she gets used to you, and the less she thinks about you. But when you're absent at the right moments, something interesting happens. Her mind fills the space you leave behind. Think about it. The people who consume a woman's thoughts the most are rarely the ones who are always there. It's the ones who disappear for a moment, leaving her wondering. She starts checking her phone, replaying past moments, and questioning how much she actually has you. That uncertainty creates desire. Women don't crave what they already have. They crave what feels slightly out of reach. That's why men who master the power of absence always hold a stronger position. It's not about playing games. It's about understanding that constant availability kills attraction. Most guys rush to text back immediately, answer every call, and clear their schedule whenever she asks. They believe this shows interest, but in reality, it removes any sense of mystery. There's no space for her to miss them, and if she never misses you, she will never truly value you. Space creates longing. It gives her time to reflect on how much she enjoys your presence. If you're always around, there's nothing to reflect on. You become part of the background noise, predictable, expected, and eventually taken for granted. But when you step back at the right times, everything shifts. She starts to notice the difference when you're not there. She begins to crave your energy, your attention, and the way you make her feel. And when you finally return, it's not just a conversation, it's an emotional experience. This is what makes men unforgettable. The ability to create space, to allow attraction to build naturally, instead of forcing it. If you're always pushing for her attention, she won't feel the need to chase you. But when you give her moments of absence, she starts leaning in. The key is balance. Too much absence, and she might think you don't care. Too little, and she never gets a chance to miss you. It's about knowing when to engage and when to pull back, keeping her emotionally invested without ever feeling like she fully has you. Men who understand this don't beg for attention. They command it. And once a woman starts craving your presence, she'll do whatever it takes to keep you close. Absence doesn't mean ignoring her or playing childish games. It's about maintaining your independence, focusing on your own life, and allowing her to feel your presence even when you're not around. The men who do this right never have to force attraction. It happens naturally. 4. Make her compete for your attention. Women don't value what comes too easily. The moment a man makes her feel like she's the only option, she stops seeing him as a prize. This is where most guys go wrong. They revolve their entire world around one woman, thinking it will make her appreciate them more. But it does the opposite. Attraction is fueled by competition. When a woman feels like she has to earn your attention, she becomes more invested. This isn't about making her jealous or playing games. It's about positioning yourself as a man who has options, a man who isn't desperate for her approval. The truth is, women are naturally drawn to men who others find valuable. It's human psychology. If you walk into a room and other women notice you, the one you're interested in will notice too. If you live a life where you're admired, respected, and surrounded by people who want to be in your presence, she won't take you lightly. But when a man overinvests too soon, constantly reassuring a woman that she has his full attention without her doing anything to earn it, she subconsciously loses interest. It's the chase that excites her, the feeling that she has to put in effort to stand out. This is why men who are selective with their attention naturally create more attraction. A woman should feel like she's stepping into a life that already has motion, not like she's the center of your universe from day one. When she sees that your attention is valuable and not given away freely, she will crave it even more. It's important to understand the balance. Making her compete doesn't mean being rude, distant, or manipulative. It means living in a way that naturally makes her want to secure her place in your life. It means prioritizing your purpose, engaging with others, and never making her feel like she's the only thing you have going for you. Women respect men who have standards. When you let her know, through your actions, not words, that your time and energy are limited, she will appreciate every moment she gets with you. But the second she feels like she doesn't have to do anything to keep your interest, she will slowly start pulling away. The key is to be a man worth competing for. The more desirable you are to others, the more she will work to prove that she deserves your time. And once a woman feels like she's earned something, she values it far more than anything given to her freely. 5. Control the pace of the relationship. Most men make a critical mistake. They let women dictate how fast things move. They rush to meet expectations, afraid that if they don't keep up, they'll lose her interest. But the truth is, the moment you let a woman set the pace, you lose control of the dynamic. Women respect men who lead. If she feels like she can steer the relationship however she pleases, she won't see you as the man in charge. She may not say it out loud, but deep down, she wants to be guided. She wants to feel like she's stepping into your world, not the other way around. The problem is, too many men are reactive instead of proactive. They adjust to her emotions, follow her schedule, and respond to her demands, instead of setting the tone themselves. This makes them predictable, and over time, uninteresting. Women crave a sense of mystery and direction in a man, not in a manipulative way, but in a way that shows confidence and control. Think about it like this. If she's the one deciding when you see each other, how often you text, and when things get serious, she's leading the dance. And once she's leading, the attraction starts fading. She doesn't feel the excitement of earning your time or your commitment because she never had to. When you control the pace, you create anticipation. You make her wonder about your next move, which keeps her engaged. If she asks to see you 3 times a week, but you only make time once, she'll value that time more. If she's waiting for you to text first, but you take your time, she starts thinking about you more. A perfect example is when a man meets a woman he really likes, and within a week, he's texting her constantly, seeing her as often as possible, and talking about a future together. At first, she might seem excited, but soon enough, she starts pulling back. She says she needs space, or that she's not sure what she wants. That's because he removed all the tension too fast. There was no build-up, no anticipation, just a guy handing over all his cards before she even had to play hers. The men who maintain attraction long-term are the ones who pace things out. They don't rush into commitment. They don't overexpose themselves too soon. They create an experience where a woman feels like she has to work for more access, which makes the entire relationship feel more rewarding. When you move on your own terms, you remain in control. And that's what keeps her drawn to you. 6. Trigger her fear of loss. Too many men assume that once a woman likes them, they've won the game. They get comfortable, thinking she'll always be there. And that's the exact moment she starts losing interest. Men need to wake up. Women are emotional creatures, and their feelings shift based on how they perceive your value. If she feels like she has you no matter what, she stops appreciating you. But if there's even a slight chance she could lose you, her instincts kick in, and suddenly, she's more invested than ever. Most guys do the opposite. Instead of creating that sense of urgency, they make it clear they'll stick around no matter what. They tolerate disrespect, let her cancel plans without consequence, and respond instantly every time she texts. Then, they wonder why she starts acting cold. The answer is simple. She no longer sees them as a challenge. A man who is truly high value never lets a woman feel too secure in his presence. That doesn't mean playing childish games or being toxic. It means never becoming too available. When she knows that you have standards, options, and the ability to walk away, she'll never take you for granted. A lot of men need to stop being so soft. If she starts pulling away, don't chase. If she's inconsistent, don't reward her with more effort. Instead, make her feel the weight of your absence. Women only value what they have to work for. When she senses that your attention isn't guaranteed, she'll start putting in the effort to keep you interested. Here's the harsh reality. Women don't leave men they're afraid to lose. If she walks away easily, she was never truly attached. A woman will fight for a man who makes her feel like he could be gone at any moment. That's why men who focus on themselves, their goals, and their growth naturally keep women interested. They never become predictable or too easy to hold on to. If you want a woman to stay invested in you, make sure she always sees your value. Keep improving, keep growing, and never let her feel like she has full control over you. The moment she senses she could lose you, she'll do everything in her power to keep you. So stop being the guy who gives everything away for free. Become the man she doesn't want to risk losing, and watch how differently she treats you. 7. Never prioritize her over your mission. If there's one thing that separates men who keep a woman completely into them from those who get left behind, it's this: never making her the center of your world. The moment a woman feels like she's more important than your purpose, she loses respect for you. Too many men make this mistake. They meet a woman they really like, and suddenly they're shifting their schedules, skipping workouts, and putting their ambitions on hold just to be available for her. They think this will make her happy, but in reality, it does the exact opposite. She starts seeing him as a man with no backbone, no direction, and no real purpose beyond chasing her. Women are naturally drawn to men with a mission. They want a man who is so focused on his goals that she has to work to get his attention. When a man is fully committed to his purpose, he becomes magnetic. His time is valuable, and she knows she has to earn her place in his life. Look at the men women admire the most. They're athletes, businessmen, artists, and visionaries. These men don't drop everything just to spend hours texting or sitting around trying to keep a woman entertained. They're too busy creating, building, and achieving. And because of that, women chase them. Now here's where most men mess up. They think that if they just act busy, they'll create attraction. But this isn't about pretending. It's about truly having something that matters more than any woman. If you're only pretending to be on your grind, but will ditch your goals the second she calls, she'll see right through it. Your mission should come first. Always. Not because it makes you more attractive, but because it makes you a better man. Women come and go, but your purpose is what defines you. A man who abandons his mission for a woman loses both in the end. She leaves, and he's left with nothing. The men who naturally keep women hooked are the ones who never lose sight of what they're building. They can love a woman, appreciate her, and enjoy her company, but she will never be more important than their purpose. That's what makes them different. That's what makes them truly valuable. So if you want a woman to stay completely into you, stop making her your priority. Build your empire, follow your dreams, and let her be a part of your world, not the reason you exist. Here's the harsh truth. Women don't fall for the man who gives them everything. They fall for the man they feel lucky to have. If you make yourself too easy to get, too predictable, and too eager to please, she will lose interest faster than you think. Most men don't lose women because they're not good enough. They lose women because they don't understand how female psychology works. They assume love is about effort when, in reality, it's about positioning. Women chase the men who don't need them, but choose them. They obsess over the ones who remain a mystery, the ones who set the pace, and the ones who aren't afraid to walk away. If you've ever felt like you gave a woman everything and still lost her, this is your wake-up call. It's not about doing more. It's about doing less while being more. More focused, more disciplined, more in control of yourself and your emotions. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever been in a situation where a woman pulled away just when you thought everything was going well? Drop your experience in the comments, and I'll be reading through and responding. Let's keep this conversation going. I want to make sure you never end up in that position again. If you're serious about mastering the dating game, don't miss out on my exclusive online course. We go beyond what's covered in these videos, giving you powerful insights from the first approach to lasting attraction. Only 5 discounted slots remain, and it's easy to enroll with secure payment options. Visit stoicapproachtolife.podia.com or simply click the link in the description to secure your spot. Don't wait until it's too late. Take action now and start transforming your dating life today.